All right. I'm Scott.
I'm Brian.
And you're watching the Last Call Review Show.
I can be more than this, even if you still don't have faith in me. I can move these mountains, I don't need your help with this. It's hard enough to realize that the ones who should trust in you will never believe in your capabilities. With it just like they are.
All right, we're back. It's been a little bit. We took a little bit of a hiatus. I had camera issues. We figured out as my SD card, so that's all taken care of, and now we're back to make another show. You this last weekend went to Munster, Indiana, right?
Yes.
For the Dark Lord, whatever you call it.
Dark Lord Day.
Yeah.
Three Thorns Brewery.
How was that?
It was good. Started to rain all day. Rained until like 6 o'clock. Got there at 12. My socks were like soaking wet. Then it quit raining at 12, so I tried a whole bunch of beers. I tried Batch 9000. That was delicious. Guy gave me like that much of a bottle. That was delicious.
And for anybody that's never been to that, what's it like? What's it about? If you just want to give them a rundown so they can maybe try and go next year.
Well, last year they had all different breweries there, so you can taste all different beers. This year they didn't have that. They had beer, but I didn't know what beer it was. I didn't go over there. I was trying to stay in shelter, so I wouldn't get all wet. And basically you have different kind of groups. You have group A, B, C, E, I think D. All different times. Like C was at like 2 o'clock. E was at like 6 o'clock, so you gotta be in line when it rolls around that time. When it'll have like a sign, it'll say C, and they flip it up, they'll put like C on it, so you know like, okay, my line's already in line. So when you go in line, they rip the bottom off of it, and you buy your Dark Lord. And they actually had, when they give you the ticket, you gotta scratch it off. You have a chance to win a $50 beer, which this year I won. I've been going since 2007. This is 2010, I mean. And this is the first year I ever won.
So you've went 5 times. This is your 5th time.
Uh-huh.
For anybody that doesn't know, Dark Lord is a dark stout beer that is only released one day a year, and it's on Dark Lord Day. Like, I have bands playing and all that. I've never been there, but he's been there, like you said, 5 times. So once you're inside, what happens? Do you go through like a tour of the brewery, or do they just let you in and just buy the beer and then you're on your way?
They let you in. Like last year, you were able to buy beer in the brewery. This year, like I didn't see like any other beer. Like if you know any beers from like Three Thorns, like Zombie Dust, you were able to buy that. I didn't see that this year. That might have been what that outside was beer thing meant, but you're only able to buy 4 bottles of Dark Lord, and if you won that ticket, you could buy that $50 bottle of beer. That's like 3 different ones. They have a vanilla, coffee, and a rye one. I got the coffee and the vanilla one. That's going.
Okay, so, and how much roughly is a bottle of Dark Lord when you go?
I think it's like $13 a bottle. I can't really remember what it was, but I think it's $13 a bottle. And every year they change the wax on it. You always know what color it is when a behemoth comes out. Let's buy them too. That comes out before Dark Lord. I think you can just buy that at the liquor stores. I'm not 100% correct on that, but yeah.
Sometime we'll take one out and show you guys, or maybe taste it. The only time I've had it is when he breaks it out on like special occasions like New Year's. Anything else you want to say about Dark Lord Day, or do you want to get started?
It's fun. You can bring your own beer too. Like, let's say you want to bring this beer. You can bring any beer. You can bring a pack in it. You can't bring coolers in it. That's not allowed. It's not allowed anymore. You gotta bring like a pack. That's like the size you can bring now. You can bring any beers, and people sample beers, and You can, when you go through a line Dark Lord, people will let you sample. Like I had last year, 2 times I had Dark Lord for this year. I think it was this year's Dark Lord or last year's. But I got to sample that a couple times in line. So you try random beers. Like I tried two different beers I didn't even know they just poured in my glass. They're very friendly people. Talked to a guy the whole time I was in Dark Lord line.
Cool. All right, in honor of Dark Lord Day, I suppose we got a 3-show run of dark beers. So we're gonna film all 3 shows tonight, and they'll come out periodically. What we're starting with here is from Coronado Brewing Company in California. The alcohol is 9.0. It's the Stupid Stout bourbon barrel aged. Yeah, bourbon barrel aged. Let me see what else I can get off here. On Beer Advocate, it has a rating of 91 out of 84 ratings. Doesn't really give me a good description, so we'll have to provide you that ourselves. But somebody says it's a chocolate type stout. Pours midnight black and very thin. Well, these are more descriptive things, so I'm just gonna. I guess we should go ahead and open her up if you want to.
Supposedly this beer is kind of a comparison to Dark Lord, as my brother told me. And if you like coffee and you live in Chicago, you can visit. It's called Dark Matter Coffee. That's what Dark Lord is actually brewed with. And they actually have that at the breweries. It says on this glass. I bought some of the coffee too.
I can already tell, like what that guy was saying in the review on here. It's very dark, like dirty motor oil dark, and it is pretty thin. Not really a whole lot of head on it. Yeah, it definitely seems a lot thinner than Dark Lord to me.
Yeah, smell alcohol in it a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can smell a little chocolatey and coffee notes, kind of. I don't know if you'd agree with that. I can smell like a chocolate tint and a little bit of coffee, maybe. The scent is comparable to Dark Lord, but
Dark Lord
the texture is less thick, I suppose.
Dark Lord is actually stronger. That's 12% alcohol. Well, last time I checked, they don't have it actually on the webpage.
Yeah, that guy comes out one day a year, though. Okay, that was just my my tablet I'm using for information has 15% left, but I can plug that in after this episode, or it lasts pretty long, so I think it'll be okay.
Let's taste it.
But all right, you definitely can taste the chocolatiness.
Mm-hmm. Kind of tastes like Dark Lord a little bit.
It has like on the back end like a coffee taste, but right off the bat you can taste the chocolatiness. So in general, it's kind of like Dark Lord, though, but I don't know that I'd compare it to Dark Lord just because it's not as heavy and
Dark Lord's
thicker.
a lot more thicker.
Yeah,
It's
it's still like it's like a darker taste like this, or a darker complexion. I mean, but
it's a pretty good.
I do like it though. I do like it.
When I went to the liquor store by my house, I know the manager. I see her work. It was Thursday when I was going to Chicago last year night, so after I got done work, she saved me 2 bottles, me and my dad 2 bottles, and I went there and I bought it, and she asked me if I wanted 2, and I just bought 2 anyways. So
Of this stuff?
yeah, this stuff. It's actually, this last when I remember, this is actually like $11 bottle, of beer.
Is it worth the $11? Do you think after tasting it here?
Not bad. I think it could be a little bit cheaper because the size of the bottle.
You can taste the alcohol in it too, which is something I didn't mention, but it's barrel aged, so
Yeah, beer.
those are always really good.
And oak barrels.
Yeah.
It's an oak barrel.
Yeah. So, what do you think after your next sip here you would rate that out of 10?
Probably Maybe I'll give it an 8.
I think I
It's a good
agree.
beer. I like it.
I think I'd give it an 8 just because I really like the taste of it.
Mm-hmm.
The alcohol is not overpowering, but you can tell it's there. You know, it's a well-rounded beer. You know, as far as barrel aged. You know,
Yeah.
the alcohol is like overpowering, but this is blended near perfect. I mean, you can tell the alcohol's there, but it's not overpowering. So it's kind of one of those things that if you're a fan of barrel aged stouts and stuff like that, this is definitely a good one to pick up.
This is up your alley.
Mm.
So this is a limited release too on it.
2015 release, yeah. Stupid Stout, Imperial Stout aged in oak bourbon barrels, yeah.
So there's a lot on
So go out and get it soon. If you can find it, definitely give it a try. Especially if you're a connoisseur of beer where you like to try all sorts of different ones like us. Definitely give it a try. As for this episode, I think we're pretty much done here. There's not really too much more to say about this one. Definitely give us a subscribe and a like.
Hit that thumbs up.
Hit the thumbs up.
Comment.
As for our next episode, we got a few more, so bear with us. All right. Everybody have a good weekend and a good night. Stay classy.
For countless times we tried, for countless times we kept on, eluding what is right, gave us a hard time, and finally forced me to decide. We were searching for solutions.